Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Unpopular Opinions with me, Randy Prizzle. How you guys all doing out there? Everything good, shway, crispy, irie. But let's get on to the popular opinions of today. We're coming to the first one. Youth sports today are ruining childhood. Now obviously I don't agree with this. I think if obviously your youth needs to be active in terms where they need to be out and about. They're learning to keep themselves physically active, do you know what I mean? To get themselves into shape where they can really achieve a lot more. Do you know what I mean? It also helps with the mentality as well. Keeping someone active and keeping someone, going on for longer, lasting longer, being able to perform, being able to be present in the day-to-day basis of what's going on around them. So I do think youth sports of today, is important for generalization of including youths and making them be socially active and aware of their surroundings in order for them to participate, grow, learn and become a better person in terms where they're mentally, physically active, stimulated and ready to take on the world. So I do disagree with that opinion. Next one. It doesn't really make sense to buy the newest phones model anymore. I agree with this. To be honest, if it was back in the days where the old 3210 came out and it could do the simplistic things as just send something on an app or even text someone easily, anything like that, cool. But your modern day phones, you generally do need it for the WhatsApp settings, to message people easily, to be able to contact people. For me, that's what I look for in a phone. I think you need those simplistic things in order to get by. If you don't really have them, then yeah, what's the point in having a phone, to be honest? Phones should be able to call for phones, but these days having a smartphone, I just think buying the latest model, if it does exactly the same thing as this model does, there's not really any point. And plus you're paying a lot more just for an upgrade. Do you know what I mean? You're not paying the same price that you paid last time. You're paying even more for having more access to a phone and its surroundings and getting unlimited data and things like that. So for me, there is no point in getting the latest phone models. Look at the newest iPhone, for example. The newest iPhone has just got one new camera on it. That's all it has. What is the point? Do you know what I mean? You could take a bunch of pictures on your old one, the exact same things, just to have higher quality. Who cares about HD? Who gives a damn about it? I don't care. I only care about what the phone can do. You can use it for apps. You can send things to people. Who cares about how many cameras you've got on it? Who cares if you could zoom all the way in and see something from a distance, like some stars and planets? You know what I mean? Who cares about that? It's not a telescope, it's a phone. Do you know what I mean? So if you want a telescope, go and buy a telescope. Do you know what I'm saying? So, or binoculars if you want to see far. So yeah, next one. If you're making tea, a microwave is better than a kettle. I think it depends. I would say if you're making tea, that's just water and all of that. I disagree, because the water can be quite weird in the microwave. You know what I mean? It just doesn't taste the same for me. So I think when you're doing it with milk and you're making a hot chocolate and stuff, then I think it could probably transcend better. The taste doesn't really affect as much, and you still get them simple flavors that can hit still well, with the chocolate being a lot more heated, and with the milk as well, gives a good combination and a good definition. But I think with just tea alone, I don't think it works personally. That's just my opinion anyway. So next one. Kevin Costner has never been a great actor. Now, I think he's killed most of the roles he's been in. Not literally, but I think he's actually done a decent job in terms of his acting appearances and that. I think in terms of obviously The Bodyguard, he was actually quite good in The Bodyguard, do you know what I mean? So I think people probably give people a hard time in general where they don't see someone being as dynamic probably as someone else. So let's say they wanted to be more expressive or something. But I think if you have a very simple face that can still be able to portray what you're doing and what you're saying, and you can able to still give some type of emotion, then I think that still works. I don't agree with that. I think Kevin Costner is a decent actor. I don't think he's a great one, but I think he's a decent actor. So, next one. People don't like electric cars because they look like electric cars. I disagree with that. I think electric cars, they're useful, you know what I mean? I think probably the charge time could be a bit of a nightmare, I think, because you have to leave them on all night. I don't know, I don't really have an electric car, but I'm guessing by what other people probably have said in the past, they can take quite long to charge. And if you probably do forget to charge them, they don't last as long, I think, as probably like a petrol car or something. I'm not sure. I'm just going on what I've been told by other people or what's been said. So, you know, I don't think electric cars are that bad to look at. I don't think they're bad to get behind the wheel and drive them. I don't have any qualms with electric cars. I think they actually still look decent, you know what I mean? If they had an electric Lamborghini, cool, put me in the back of it, I'll drive it. So I don't have no qualms with a car. I think it's all about how you handle and how you be able to go from point A to point B, and obviously how the car is made, the engine runs in that. That's the most important thing. How much mileage can it do? Do you know what I mean? So next one. Phone cases that double as wallets are stupid. To be honest, it's handy. It's handy. I don't think it's stupid. I think it's probably a bit to the point where having a wallet on a phone can be helpful, because everybody's on their phone nowadays. So if you have a wallet there, you need to bring out your card or something like that, your passport, whatever, you know, ID, it's right there. So I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's sometimes a good one to have because it's handy. I probably don't need one because I'm not in use for that, but I think if it's for the people that are on the go, on their phones a lot, probably lose things a lot, it's a lot more handier for those type of people. So that's what I'd say to that one. And that's it for this episode of Popular Opinion. So guys, till next time, till next opinion, I'll give my opinions and I'll react later on.